DOS attack, denial of services attack. Normally, when you open a website, your device sends a request and the server responds. Servers are designed to handle many requests at the same time, but they still have limits. In a DOS attack, a hacker floods the server with an enormous number of requests. So many requests arrive at once that the system simply cannot handle them. The server becomes overloaded, it slows down, or stops responding entirely. Legitimate users can no longer access the service. A more powerful version of this attack is called a distributed denial of service attack, or DDoS. Instead of one computer attacking the server, thousands of compromised machines attack it simultaneously. These machines often belong to a network of infected devices known as a botnet. Large online services, gaming platforms, and even government websites have been taken offline by massive DDoS attacks. Man-in-the-middle attack. Normally, when you communicate with a website, the connection happens directly between your device and the server, but in a man-in-the-middle attack, a hacker secretly places themselves between the two. And imagine sending a message to someone, but another person intercepts it first, reads it, and then forwards it along. You believe the conversation is private, but someone else is silently listening. That's essentially what happens here. The attacker intercepts the communication and can capture sensitive data like usernames, passwords, and financial information. These attacks often happen on unsecured public Wi-Fi networks, where attackers can more easily intercept traffic. Packet sniffing. Every piece of information moving across a network travels in small units called packets. Packet sniffing is the process of capturing those packets and analyzing the data inside them. Network engineers use packet sniffers for legitimate troubleshooting, but attackers can also use them to spy on network traffic. If the data traveling across the network is not encrypted, an attacker may be able to see things like login credentials, emails, or private messages. This is exactly why modern websites use encryption technologies like HTTPS. Encryption prevents attackers from easily reading intercepted packets. DNS spoofing. The domain name system, or DNS, acts like the phone book of the internet. It translates website names into IP addresses so your device knows where to connect. When you type a website address into your browser, your device asks a DNS server for the correct IP address. But in a DNS spoofing attack, the attacker manipulates this process. Instead of directing you to the real website, the attacker redirects you to a fake server that looks identical to the original site. Everything appears normal. The website looks correct. The design is identical. But the moment you enter your login details, the attacker captures them. To the victim, it feels like they simply logged into a normal website, but in reality, they just handed their credentials to a hacker. ARP spoofing. Devices inside a network rely on something called the Address Resolution Protocol. ARP connects IP addresses to physical MAC addresses so devices can communicate with each other. In an ARP spoofing attack, a hacker sends fake ARP messages across the network. These messages trick devices into believing that the attacker's computer is actually the network's router. Once that happens, network traffic starts flowing through the attacker's machine. From there, the attacker can monitor traffic, intercept data, or modify communication. ARP spoofing is commonly used as a step that enables man-in-the-middle attacks inside local networks. Phishing. Unlike other cyber attacks, phishing doesn't rely on hacking systems. It relies on tricking people. Attackers send messages pretending to be trusted organizations. This could be a bank, an online service, or a social media platform. The message usually creates urgency. It might say something like, "Your account has been compromised. Verify your identity immediately. Reset your password now." When the victim clicks the link, they are taken to a fake login page designed to steal their credentials. Once the attacker captures the login information, they can access the victim's account. Phishing remains one of the most successful cyber attacks because it targets human behavior instead of technical weaknesses.